welcome to my channel. In case you're new here, my name is Lorena and I love to share my recipes with you. And if you've been here before, then hello again. Today I want to show you a recipe that I'm really excited for because I love the main ingredient. I'm showing you how to make a creamy polenta with caramelized onions and mushrooms. I love polenta so much, and it should come to no surprise to you because it has parmesan cheese in it, and you know that I love cheese. This video will also be really helpful to you if you want to learn how to caramelize onions. It's really simple, all you need is a bit of patience to cook them really nicely all the way through. As always, if you want to see the full recipe, then all you need to do is click on the link in the description below and that will take you to the blog where you will find lots more recipes. Now I'm going to the kitchen to make this polenta with caramelized onions and mushrooms, so if you want to learn how to make it, then keep on watching this video. We'll start with the mushrooms and onions because they can easily be reheated. I washed my mushrooms, then I trimmed off the bottom of the stalk and sliced them very thinly. We're also going to slice our onion nice and thin. This will help us to caramelize them evenly. Now that we have our ingredients ready, we'll start with the cooking. Put a bit of olive oil on a really hot pan and then put your mushrooms in. Don't put them all at once because they will boil instead of brown, which is what we want. Put only enough to cover the base of the pan. Once they're on the pan, you want to leave them still. This will allow them to release the water and then turn brown. Add a bit of salt to help them out. Afterwards, flip them. Keep doing this until they're perfectly golden brown. Then remove them from the pan and keep on going with the next batch of mushrooms. I love to brown my mushrooms this way because the flavor becomes really intense and also the texture improves significantly. Oh, and as a side note, if you toast these mushrooms afterwards in a bit of butter and then put that on top of your pasta, it goes amazing. Now over to the caramelized onions. On the same pan that you used for the mushrooms, add a bit more olive oil and then pop your onions in. In the case of the onions, we're going to cook them in a really low heat. This will allow them to cook thoroughly before they start to caramelize and then caramelize evenly. While the onions are cooking, we're also going to add our sprigs of thyme. Thyme is my favorite herb to complement caramelized onions. So now we just need to let it cook very nice and slowly and toss it around every once in a while. As you can see, after a while they become really soft and transparent. This means that they are already nicely cooked all the way through, and now the caramelization process will start. Now some parts of it is starting to get brown, and as you can see there are bits of sugar from the onions that are stuck to the bottom of the pan. That's why we add a bit of water every once in a while, just to take that sugar off the pan and bring it back onto the onions. Repeat this process with the water every time that you see that the caramelization is getting out of control or there is too much sugar stuck to the bottom of the pan. As you can see, these are now nice and ready, so we just help them out with a teaspoon of sugar to increase the intensity of the sweetness in the onions. We also add a tiny bit of water to this to make sure that the sugar coats the onions evenly. Let it evaporate completely and then you're done. Now onto the polenta. Put all the polenta at once into the milk. The milk must be at room temperature or cold to avoid any lumps. Now turn on the heat to medium and make sure that you're whisking constantly, especially once it starts to boil. This is necessary because polenta tends to stick to the bottom of the pan and burn. Once the polenta has reached the right consistency, which will take about 15 minutes, then give it a taste, and if you still feel like there are hard lumps on your polenta, add more milk and keep on cooking. Once it's done, add the parmesan cheese and let it melt. Try the polenta once you've added the parmesan cheese, as it has salt in it. Adjust the level of salt to taste. Also, while it's hot, we add a bit of butter to finish it off. If you're not eating the polenta straight away, then put a cling film on top of the polenta touching the surface. It will thicken with time, so you'll probably need more milk to thin it down before serving afterwards. And now that it's all done, it's time to eat. I really cannot explain to you how creamy that polenta is. I really hope you liked my polenta with caramelized onions and mushrooms recipe. If you did like it, don't forget to put thumbs up to this video. Please send me a picture if you make this recipe or any other recipe from the blog because I really love to see what you cook. Also, if there's anything you would like me to teach you to make, whether it's savory or sweet, then don't forget to leave a comment below. I'm posting videos every Thursday and Friday, so if you don't want to miss any recipe, then I recommend that you subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook as Cravings Journal. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.